Hello everybody, this is your buddy Mogswamp here, and I was just testing out the new snapshot. As you can see, I'm in 14W04A, and I heard that the villagers now, they will plant and replant seeds and wheat and carrots and potatoes and all crops. So this is sort of a little bit of a proof of concept, but also a thing, a cry for help. So let me explain to you how this thing works. So I put a bunch of villages in here to make the odds greater that when there are seeds, let me see, I can't, here we go. Let me show you guys. Okay, so if I plant seeds there, I've got a bunch of dispensers here that will bone meal it. And as you might hear in a second, it's a really annoying noise, I know, but just a really simple way to make a, a clock with the little hoppers. It doesn't look like they're doing it now, but usually, pretty quickly, one of the villagers will see the wheat and break it. And so they automatically break the wheat, which is something that water does. So we already had that functionality. The only new thing is that they plant the seeds. So before, you always had to plant seeds, but now the villagers plant seeds. Okay, it just happened there. So here's the problem. In order to pick up the wheat before the villager does, you need some hopper minecarts that are really fast. And I'm just going to turn the sound off real quick. So you need some really fast hopper minecarts so that they get the wheat before the villager does. But the problem is, these hopper minecarts will also get the seeds. So I have it going down into an item sorter. The wheat goes into this chest, but the seeds climb back up and get shot out of this dispenser so that the villagers pick them up. But the problem is, the hopper minecarts are so fast that they pick up the seeds, so the villagers can never ever get any seeds, which is a problem because they need to get seeds to be able to replant it. They actually have like inventories from what I can tell in my testing, and they will only replant if they have seeds. So that's where I'm asking you guys if you guys can see and come up with some designs for a fully automatic wheat farm, because now we have villagers that replant. I had some other designs. I had a big flat thing with minecarts all under it. And that was working, but it was really inefficient. It had tons and tons of iron and all this stuff. I mean, this isn't that great either, but I'm just wondering if anybody has any ideas. So here's another version of this. Like I said, it works, but not really. It has the same problem as this one over here. Basically, if I grow a few of these crops, it looks like I missed a spot there. Eventually a villager is going to want to come and chop them down, and I've got this massive orgy of minecarts and hoppers down here, and as you might see soon, there you go, it picks up the wheat, but unfortunately it also picks up the seeds, and so it's kind of ironic because, oh, there we go, he planted some. So, it's kind of ironic because the very problem that this is supposed to solve, which is, no one to plant the seeds, is still there. So, hopefully someone can find a workaround for this. As you can see, like I said, this is working, just not 100%. We saw that he at least picked up and planted a few of the seeds, but that just depends on whether the villager is standing there to be able to pick it up right away or not. Which makes me think maybe if this was a 1x1 instead of a 4x4, it would work better. So I'm going to keep experimenting with designs. Alright guys, so this is the final thing. Same as this design pretty much. We've got the minecart hooked up to a sorter. Wheat goes in there. Seeds will go up to here, get shot out here. That is if they do go down to the hopper, and then we've got the wheat here, which nobody seems to be wanting to grab, oddly enough. But the problem with this is just that the concept of it, sometimes they pick up the wheat too. As you can see, it's working now. Actually, very nicely. Let's turn up the volume here. Let's see, because are we getting any wheat? We got one, so... yeah, the problem is, if they pick up the seeds, then they probably didn't pick up the wheat. And if they pick up the wheat, then they probably picked up the seeds. So, it's a little complex. But what you can do, I think, is stock the droppers with seeds ahead of time, right? And then hopefully, oh, let me get this hopper thing working. My bad. I must have forgotten. So let me do that real quick. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you can stock this thing with seeds so that hopefully they'll get some seeds anyways. As far as the bone meal, you could always hook it up to a skeleton farm. You'd still have to craft the bone meal, but you wouldn't have to do anything else. So another thing you could try and do, although I'm not going to try it, is make it so that a piston or water detects that the wheat is there and then kills it for you. So that way the only thing that would be left up to the villagers is planting the seeds. The reason I'm not going to try it is because if I kill the wheat with water, they're all going to try and jump up and then probably trample the ground. And if I use a piston, there's always stuff with suffocation, and the same thing with them jumping. So I'm not going to try it. But if anyone has any ideas for this design, I mean, this sort of works. There they go again. They planted another one. Then let me know, because this thing alone wouldn't be very efficient probably unless it was run for hours and hours. You wouldn't get much wheat from it, and you wouldn't want to build this 100 times because it wouldn't be very resource friendly. So let me know if anyone has any ideas in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.